terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
32-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run in. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Carried by number 34.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. No score after one on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50, the 30, 20,
if you
10.
were me,
He's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Eagles nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well started defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points to start.
In this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Gets a pick 6 TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. As he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
To number 20.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 42-yard line.
He's going to let this one go deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter. Why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Second and 1. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. Sets up a 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll throw now on the final play. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
2nd and goal.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Kick here is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Come on now. 21. Eagles 7.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the...
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to throw here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
46-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. The fly route works for the TD Brown.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. When you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
That's good.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Eagles 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Eagles 7-yard line.
just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
At the 36-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the stop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Another just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On the stop. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. is, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
At the 20-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it.